Whoa, Nelly, let me tell you about aspiration.com. You can go to the head of the line by going to aspiration.com/TYT, and you don't have to wait on the wait list. There's free access to ATMs all across the world. There's no monthly service fee. I know, it just gets better. 10% of their revenue goes to charity. I mean, it doesn't get any more lib than this, and no funding of political campaigns or industry lobbying. So if you were looking for a progressive place to put your money, I think we've got your answer for you, aspiration.com.
This morning I came across a headline that caught my attention immediately. It was from Market Watch, and it said former Greenpeace Canada president calls Ocasio-Cortez a pompous little twit. So I saw Greenpeace in the headline, I thought about the Green New Deal, and I was like, oh wow, maybe there's an environmentalist who completely disagrees with the Green New Deal, and if they have legitimate criticisms, I wanna know, right? I wanna be informed on this topic. Well, then I found out that the individual attacking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is a gentleman by the name of Patrick Moore, who's no longer with Greenpeace because he has been bought off by the fossil fuel industry. So he's now a representative and a mouthpiece for the nuclear energy industry and fossil fuels. And so he is now in the business of defaming people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So here's what he said about her. The world as it is has the option of taking the subway rather than a taxi, option of Amtrak rather than plane, option of opening windows rather than AC. You're just a garden variety hypocrite like the others, and you have zero expertise at any of the things you pretend to know. Now, this was in response to AOC's tweet, in response to a New York Post article or op-ed that Patrick Moore had put out. And basically Patrick Moore was making the argument that, hey, you know, AOC, she drives cars or rides in cars, so she has no leg to stand on. And AOC's response to that was, the Post put the fact that I get into cars while proposing a plan to invest in better car technology on their front page. Pack it up, folks. The Pulitzer has been decided. No one can rival this kind of hard-hitting journalism. And by the way, he didn't like that. He got triggered by that tweet, and I'm gonna give you more in just a minute.
No, I wanna give you those quotes. So he calls her a pompous little twit, as he was incredibly pompous, an immature bully, as he bullied her. He says arrogance plus ignorance is a recipe for disaster, as he is arrogant and ignorant. And he said she's unjustifiably condescending. Are you kidding me? Did you read anything you wrote about her? It's dripping with condescension, totally unearned. So this guy's a massive hypocrite. I love the other tweet from AOC. She said, I also fly and use AC. Living in the world as it is isn't an argument against working towards a better future. That's a great line. And she continues, the Green New Deal is about putting a lot of people to work in developing new technologies, building new infrastructure, and getting us to 100% renewable energy. And I love that she embraced, yeah, I fly, yes, I use air conditioning, but we're trying to get to a better world, right?
Exactly.
And so this total sellout, I mean, this guy sounds like, hey, conveniently I found money, and now all of a sudden I'm being used by conservatives to attack progressives because I once worked at a progressive organization. Who does that sound like?
Well, there's a lot of them, but we know one personally.
Yeah, one guy who used to work here.
Right, so.
By the way, my point in telling you that is, this is an old trick by conservatives. They buy off people who used to work at progressive organizations and then go, see, he used to work at Greenpeace. He used to work at the Young Turks, and well, that's truth telling.
Yes.
No, it's the exact opposite.
So I also want to give you a statement by Greenpeace. This is Greenpeace told Market Watch, Greenpeace long ago distanced itself from Moore, saying he often misrepresents himself in the media as an environmental expert or even an environmentalist. And also back in 2010, Greenpeace released a statement about him saying, unfortunately, the media, especially conservative media, give him a platform for his views and often do so without mentioning the fact that he is a paid spokesperson for polluting companies. So that's who he is. That's who Patrick Moore is.
And they also corrected the record saying he's not co-founder of Greenpeace and he has nothing to do with Greenpeace's positions. But you see, conservatives didn't get that wrong. That's the whole point of that trick. Oh, I bought off a guy that used to work at Greenpeace, and now I say that, see, even Greenpeace disagrees with Ocasio-Cortez. The lie is not the bug, it's the feature. That's the whole point. That's all conservatives ever do, is lie and deceive you. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below. Then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.